Hello everybody and welcome. Tonight's fun fold episode is going to be about slimline cards because they are super popular at the moment, so I thought I'd share with you how to make it. They're super easy, but they are definitely something different in the card making world. My name is Tatiana. I'm from Tatiana Creative Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Australia, and I do a series currently doing a series of videos which I call Fantastic Fun Folds, where I teach you a different fun fold every night. I am a paper crafter, a card maker primarily, and also a scrapbooker. And with card making, what's really fun and fantastic is that you can create cards that are out of the ordinary, different dimensions, different sizes, and fun and different. And well, I keep coming back to the words fantastic fun fold, so that's why I've called this video series that. So let's head to the craft desk and get started with the Slimline card. So here we are. I have my Stampin' paper trimmer. I've got a piece of designer series paper from the Poinsettia Place, and I've got garden green cardstock because that coordinates with that, and then I've got my A4 Whisper White thick cardstock. Now for an A4 sized one, you're going to be using the full width of the A4. If you're in the North America, your paper is leather, and you'll be using the full 8.5 inches width. And then we need to cut this down to 19.8 centimeters, which is 19 there, 0.8. And with the North American folk, you'll be cutting it down to 7 inches. And then we're scoring at 9.9 centimeters. Just bring that. And if you're using letter and inches, you're scoring at 3.5 inches. And that forms the base of our Slimline card. Fold that in half and use the bone folder to, and there's the base of my Slimline card. Simple and fun. Now let's prep. Hello Lou. Let's prep our card front. I've got this cut at 7.9 centimeters. 7.9 by 18.5. 18.5. And if you're in North America, you will want to cut this at 2.5 inches by 7.5 inches. And this is going to give us a little card front. I've got mine with a nice big white border because we're going to put poinsettias and I wanted that thicker border. If you wanted to reduce it, change the size, by all means. And then the designer series paper, I've got it 18.5 centimeters. Yep. By 7.4 centimeters. And if you're in inches, that'll be 7.5 inches by 2.5. And that just gives us, oh no, got something wrong there. Did I cut that at 19 or did I not? Ah, that's where the problem is. I did not cut that at 19 centimeters. I looked at the wrong measurement. So for this one, it should be 7.9. 7.9 by 19. Looked at the wrong line, and inches, that's 7 3/4 inches and 2 3/4 inches. There we go. And then our designer series paper, which piece is it? There. Designer series paper is at 18.5 centimeters by 7.4 or 7.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And that will sit as there and giving a bit of a solid green border. Now with all the layers that I've got on the front of the card, the inside of the card will become a little bit more floppy. So I've just got a piece of Whisper White, which I'm going to make a Whisper White insert. This is totally optional. I normally just use the Whisper White inserts when I've got a coloured cardstock base. But when my card front is very heavy, I like to insert just to give some weight to the inside of the card and the back of the kind of like the back of the card. So for this insert, it's 9.4 centimeters by 20.5. 0.5, and if you're in inches, that is 8¼ inch by 3¼ inch. And you could also cut your designer series paper this size if you wanted to, and it gives you a small thin border. It's totally up to you. Your card, you create it as you wish. So let's do some assembling. Firstly, I'm going to take my multi-purpose glue on the back of the designer series paper. Ooh, shortened my nails today. It's not as easy to pick things up. And add that, centering it. And remember, the multi-purpose liquid glue gives you that little bit of wiggle room. And then add this bit to our card base. There we go. Hey, Rosalie. Oh, the Slimline cards are totally back in, and that's why I'm sharing. Now we're going to stamp on this one before we put it on the inside, but I can just place it in there for not to lose it. Now I've done some pre-stamping and die cutting because, well, I had some time. Now I've got the poinsettia petals stamp set. It's a wonderful Christmas stamp set, and it has the coordinating poinsettia dies. Lots of fun to have with these. And what I've done is I've stamped the large petal once, the medium size petal 3 times, the small one 3 times. And then I've used the inserty bits stamps to color them in. So I stamped the outlines in real red and the inserts in real red, and then I used the same technique for the leaves, garden green. And now we're going to layer our big one first. So take the biggest petal, add some adhesive to the middle, take one of the medium ones, overlap the petals, and then one of the small ones, and again some glue into the middle. So just layering that. Nope. And because the glue didn't set, it's maneuvering. Oh, come on. Ha! I shouldn't cut my nails before I start a live. Well, I did it today, but oh, it's so much harder with shorter nails. You get used to your long nails and how they help you out. Oh, come on. And now I'm going to, let's see, what I might do is just layer a small one. Now I wanted a large one and a small one. Let's see. Then we're going to take it and put it onto our card front. Actually really like that, so I'm going to stick that down straight away. Now I'm cautious of not having the petals go over the edge of the card, but I do want them going a bit over the edge of the card front bit, just for some added visual variation. brilliant. And if you noticed, I put the glue more in the middle so that I can slide the leaves in underneath. Let's see, a big one and a little one there. And, oh, yep, I love it. This is too easy tonight. Might be done already soon. Quick. So quick and easy. This is what happens when you pre-stamp everything. Thought, oh look, I can save some time. Yeah. I know it's not a fancy fun fold, but it is certainly a fun fold. It's something different. You know, most envelopes this shape tend to be business kind of letters. It's like, we need money, or you owe us money, or here's your bank statement. And then I used the, what's it called? The brushed metallic cardstock to cut out some of these spriggy things. Ooh, I like that. Let's shorten that one. There we go. That can go there. Let's add some glue. It doesn't matter if this bit oozes a little bit because it's being tucked in underneath. And so that glue will not show up anywhere really. Pretty. Do you know what? We can stick that on the inside. Instead of stamping on the inside, let's add some detail to the inside. Yes, I like that idea. But before we do that, I'm going to add, I'm going to make this an extra special card. This is from the same suite, and they're beaded pearls. They're kind of little pearls clumped in threes, and they're super cute. You can color the pearls with Stampin' Write markers if you wanted to add some color. Bit of yellow, I really like that, but I'm keeping mine white tonight because of the white card base and the whiteness of the flowers and the leaves. Just tying it all together. So I'm just adding them, adding a glue dot to the back of the beaded pearls, and that's as easy as that to attach them, to adhere them, should I say. Look at that. Super duper easy. Now, this is becoming very heavy, so it's a good idea to add that weight like I was talking about, and this will be the perfect thing to do. So I'm taking those two medium ones that I didn't use on the card front, and I'm putting them over the edge so that I can trim it off, basically. I really like that trimmed off look. And that's how I stamp when I stamp on the inside of my cards. And let's make sure we put a leaf in or two. Thanks, Lou. I'm glad you like. I feel like that leaf should go underneath there. Yep. Perfect. And because I have two leaves, and because I don't have time to write long Christmas messages, I'm going to add the other leaf to this other side. Cute, it's cute, cute, and let's add a sprig as well. Again, trimming that one down. So we're bringing the outside of the card in, really. Now, if that, like, I like that is up, but if that bothers you, feel free to add some glue. And now I'm flipping this to the back so that I can see where the straight edges are, and using my paper snips to trim the card, the flower and leaves down. cut slightly smaller than the actual size, so that'll have like a little bit of a white border. That is quite fun. I like borders. I like having the little borders. Since you can do it, why not? There we have it. Sentiment. So we need a sentiment. Now that is also done on purpose. I mean, partly I like to have my inside of the card on the bottom right hand corner, because we here in the Western world we tend to write left to right, and so the sentences lengths can stop this way, and that way there's space to work around that. Things I think about when I card make. But you can certainly put it there. But there's a real good visual balance when you open the card, with the flowers being heavy on this side, and then all of a sudden the flowers have moved to the side. I wouldn't recommend adding the pearls on the inside, because that would then press against the card front and indent and possibly rip, depending on how far you're mailing it and all that kind of things. But we should add a sentiment. Happy holidays, I think. Haven't used that one. Well, looks like I have, but haven't used it enough. Let's think. Happy holidays. Let's mount that. Some sort of, let's see. No, I don't like the tag punches. No. Okay. Tasteful labels is my favorite. Ooh, will that fit? That may just fit. Oh, there's the stitched. Let's go with this one. Woohoo! So tasteful labels. If you need a good die set that's for labels, this one is fantastic. It's got all different shapes and sizes, and I really like putting them on the edges so that, you know, that kind of cuts off and you've got the label there. So lots of possibilities. And the stitching in all of these is on both sides of the die cut. So the die cut out for the label has the stitching, and then the remainder has the stitching as well. So you can use it on two different projects. That's thick, Whisper White thick actually. No, I'll grab some Whisper White thin. Or just the regular Whisper White, should I say? It's not called thin. And bring in trusty old Bailey. Well, Bailey's not old though. Let's bring in trusty Bailey. And the plates. My cutting plate. Got my Whisper White. And I've got my label. Oh, can't see that there, so. Do you add the magnetic? Yes. Lou, I'll answer that question after I finish the card. Let's finish the card. Put this away. And I'm going to go, ooh, that's going to get tucked in there-ish, there-ish. Happy holidays. Do we want it in red or green? Red. Let's go with real red. Fantastic. And that'll get tucked in as so. So I've got the sprigs kind of going over the top there, but that's okay. I purposely stamped towards the top of that. some glue. And there we go. Happy holidays. And bing bang boom. Now, Lou has asked the magnetic strips. So when you purchase your dies, they come without this. This is my own photocopy. So I photocopy the layout twice. Once at 100% and this is at 75%. I just happen to have a printer that does photocopying as well. And then I place the smaller one on the front cover so I can see what the die set is. And then I place the 100% version on the inside. And then you can see I've got the black magnetic tape. So I bought mine from Bunnings. It's kind of in the hooks section of Bunnings. For those outside of Australia, Bunnings is like a hardware store we have. It's massive. As garden centre, it is hardwares, it sells kitchens, it sells floorings, all that kind of things. And I put the magnetic tape. I've also seen it in $2 stores. Don't know the quality difference, but I really like this. And I don't like the tacky sticky tape that comes, the double-sided tape that comes. I prefer the magnetic. So that's how I prep my dies, I guess you could say. Not even prep, store my dies. But otherwise I keep the original packaging that Stampin' Up provides us with. So there we have it, a Slimline card all ready for Christmas. Next week on Fantastic Fun Folds, we will take a look at a variation on the Slimline card. My downline recently shared with us a Slimline card that she made, and she made it as a gatefold. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a gatefold Slimline card next week, but I didn't want to do a gatefold version of the Slimline until I've done a regular Slimline. So that's why tonight was just the regular Slimline, but quite festive and fun as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to put the comments in, whether you're watching on YouTube or right now here on Facebook. I do answer all questions and queries, and everything I've used tonight you can purchase in my online store. You'll find the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night, and bye for now.